What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine Brand is here.
Yes.
And our girl Rasheeda is here.
Hi.
And Kirk is here too. Kirk for us, you know,
He in
he's
the
dealing
cut.
with work stuff.
You know how I go.
But that's part of boss moves, right? Like when things are happening, you always have to be on it right away and in constant communication.
All the time, no matter what you're doing. We was sharing that story, how you're like, I'm at work and this is going on and we're working and what? We got a leak, we got this going, we got that going, and you just got to balance it and juggle it and do what you got to do.
That's the real side of business.
It is. It is.
Well, let's talk about every single thing that y'all have going on right now because it's certainly like, I mean, besides the music career, then Love and Hip Hop Atlanta,
Yes.
right? And then you have your own show.
Yes.
All right, Boss Moves. It's season two now on Philo.
Yes.
All right, season 2 on Philo. But then you have Press.
Yes.
All right, and then you also have Frost's Bistro.
Yes.
Okay. What else?
And I'm
did
a mama.
And, oh
Yeah.
my God,
And a
that's a
wife.
whole
And a
job
wife.
in itself.
Mama
okay?
and a wife. You
So
see
it's a
that?
lot.
You see that ring, Angela?
Let's-
That ring is
okay.
amazing. No,
Whoa.
hold on,
Well,
excuse me.
everybody always be in my business, you know, I guess because of reality TV and
Yeah,
know all
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So they know that, you know, it's been a journey and I've worked hard for this. So
That
I
is
had to bust them in the head and
beautiful.
say, hey, get me what I want.
That's, Angela,
All
you
right.
see that?
I did not see it. Wait, so let me ask you, how
Let me
long
see.
has this
Hold on,
ring been
excuse
in
me.
the picture?
Rashida, come on.
Oh, yeah, don't look at the nails.
It's pretty. Oh, it's so. It is pretty.
2 years.
That's beautiful.
So Kirk, tell us.
Longer than that,
It
babe.
was your birthday. We was in Dubai.
Yeah, but that was
flex, life flex.
That's a life flex.
No,
Then it would be
it was 3. Yeah,
Yeah,
3
3.
years.
That's
Okay,
it's a
3
beautiful
years
ring.
ago.
thank
How did
you.
you like? What was the process of picking this ring out?
I know exactly what happened. We was up at Prestige.
Prestige. Shout out to Prestige.
He showed us this ring he was making for Fat Joe's wife in the Cali.
No,
Cali.
no, it was Floyd.
Well, whoever it was some ridiculous,
I mean, not Floyd's wife.
crazy,
Some-
look like he
some
needs
Floyd.
Yeah, one of
security.
them.
Look at
He
Rasheeda spelling the
puts
T
it on
again.
Rasheeda's
Right.
finger,
And she fell in love.
and she's like, I'm like, I would never do that. You would need security. He was like, I can make her one smaller. So the other one was bigger than
Oh,
that.
it was
Wow.
like a $1.2
So that's
million
a-
ring.
That's
The
a
other one.
smaller version
This
of
is a
something
smaller
that you saw.
version.
That's a beautiful
Yes.
ring. It's very.
I know you about
beautiful.
to that ring finger heavy. Okay.
It's
That's
beautiful.
20-something years of heavy.
That's the third one, by the way.
Well,
Yeah, this is the third one.
Well deserved.
Another life
Thank
flex.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you wear a ring, Kirk? Let me
Yeah, I
see.
do.
Yep.
This
Okay.
is my small. I got 2. She
That's
did my
beautiful,
one for my
too.
birthday.
That's
this
pretty.
is my small one.
Well,
I
you
do
should
got
see
a
the
nicer
one that
though.
the other one he has.
Yeah.
It's
That's nice though.
Yeah, I like
killer.
that.
I
I
like
like
this
it.
because I feel like I can go anywhere.
What do you-
know, I
oh,
don't
okay.
like-
It's not too.
Little-
That's pretty
little-
Yeah,
flossy
I'm
too.
cool with that. She's
Hers. She need her man with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I got, the team with me today, I'm good.
All right, well, let's get into it. So, all these different businesses that you have going on, which I love, because I like to look at myself as, similar to you, trying to balance a lot of different things. But some people would say, how is it focusing when you have so many different things happening for you?
I think every day's different for sure. And the focus kind of varies for real. Because sometimes you might wake up and you got like some drama going on at the restaurant and you have to focus on that. And then, I got this going on at the store and we have this going on here. We have to film all day and we ain't even at none of the businesses.
Right.
So I think really it's just like, honestly speaking, it's like you have to have a little bit of discipline. It's like we do have to make like specific days where we're like, okay, we have to focus on doing this and complete this and do this. And then we have to do that. And then life happens in the middle, but it's like there's certain times where we do have to do like specific focuses.
I always say that you have to prioritize different things
You
on
do.
different days.
You do. You do. And that's what it is.
What's the hardest business to manage?
Girl, the restaurant.
Yeah.
restaurant?
Restaurants are
Yeah.
nonstop.
I don't wanna do a
I
restaurant.
just have a little coffee
You
shop.
don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
wanna do-
I
don't wanna
mean,
get
not
in
to
the
say
food.
you don't, because I don't never
No,
want to tell nobody.
I don't.
It's so much work. Like we talk about, like when we were first starting,
the
and
worst.
What's the
it's
hard?
the
Is
worst.
is it the staff or
it's the
All
employees.
of it.
Something is always wrong. Somebody's not going to show up. Then you got people who do certain things for a living who just want to get on your nerve and complain everywhere they go. And their girlfriend's like, "This is the girl who's. Don't worry, it's not her." And she does this everywhere she go, and they make like a hard time for nothing.
Yeah.
And, we do understand we're in customer service, and we do try to provide a great service, but. When you get those customers that really rub you the wrong way, they don't think you're a person like them, and
Right.
that's where it get hard for me because I have to be like, hold up, now you going a little too far for me.
And Kirk do be getting a little grumpy. I saw that episode where you forgot to like file some paperwork.
Girl, we were. No,
Guess
you
what?
know what's crazy? We're still dealing with that.
Oh
And
my God.
we were at a hearing yesterday before we got here. And it's just like,
It really is reality.
no, it's
Yeah,
really
serious.
reality. It's crazy.
And stuff like that. And I saw that you did have, on the show, as far as like being a couple and working together, because you've also you had Egypt on.
Yes, we had such a
Yeah,
good
she
time.
works with her
Good
husband.
Yes,
Yes.
they
Egypt
definitely
Egypt and
are a
Mike.
team when it comes to the real estate. But for you guys, y'all live together, you film together, you have these businesses together,
Yes.
you have, Carter right now that
Yes.
is like, we got to make sure we handle that.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So when do you take breaks from each other, or do you ever?
We don't really take breaks from each other
you
that
know
often.
what? Well, Rasheeda got a whole life that she does. I don't be nowhere
Excuse
involved
me.
with.
Don't say that. Don't do that.
I'm
Because
just-
that sounds like some other
Well,
shit.
I mean, she do a whole bunch of girly stuff, and
Okay.
I'm like
Girly
rehabbing
stuff.
a house right now for my kids and doing other stuff. So we don't get to be around each other as much as people think. But Rasheeda be going off on me a lot too. So we take breaks because when we
We
go,
have
Rashida
to.
a hug. I was like, why is he
Oh,
being
no,
so
Rasheeda-
mean?
because he was
Rasheeda
in his
is-
feelings that day, and I'm sitting here like, you can't be mad at me for like a mistake, bro. You didn't do it.
big mistake. But see, here's the thing, and I say this and we know this. I am not the physical. I'm not the typer. I'm
Okay.
not to send those emails. I'm not real thorough with that. I'm physical. She's that part.
Okay.
So all my stuff be done. Like it's her not filing the paperwork.
my
in the
God.
So
finance.
it was your fault?
Okay. Let me
100%.
just listen. Hear me out.
100%.
Dang it.
You started this, Angela.
Listen, hear me out. Okay, so where the restaurant is, it's, you dealing with the city of Atlanta. But what we didn't know is you also have to deal with historic preservation.
Okay.
Because we're in a historical
landmark.
district, right?
All right.
Okay, but we didn't know that we had to go and file separate paperwork.
Because you had never done that before.
Because we had never done it before. So I didn't know. That's what happened. Now, I could see if it was something I knew and I just was negligent or just was like, really dropped the ball in that sense.
Okay.
But I didn't know. And that's where the argument came in because I'm like, you getting mad at me and your ass didn't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So we
You didn't do
two
it either.
non-knowing people, but it's cool. I
Right.
take the L. It's fine. But at the end of the day, let's just do what we need to do to get back on our feet. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And make it right.
Fix it.
But I will say this too, just since you want to be talking junk, he's like, she does the administration. He wants me to be his assistant too.
You used to be.
I'm too busy, but I do
But
it,
she
but it's like
did.
I'm
Like-
busy, babe.
She's growing
Listen.
and you're growing too.
right.
Right, but this is the thing.
Y'all may need to hire an assistant. And I
Yeah,
saw that's
we-
one of your boss tips.
Yeah,
that
we-
you
we
got to
really do.
delegate that responsibility,
Girl,
Rasheeda.
it's a boss tip that I have. It's a hard boss tip.
You're
for me.
not taking your own tips and advice.
We need one, but it's hard.
It is
It
hard,
is.
It's really
Yeah.
hard.
Sometimes having the wrong assistant could be more work.
no, it could be.
You gotta train somebody.
It could be bad.
Yeah.
So that kind of scares me a little bit.
I have a question. You guys are friends with Candy and Todd, and they have a restaurant business. Do you guys ever talk to each other about advice or lessons
yes.
learned, or how does that work?
We definitely talk to them with like things you want to do in the restaurant, but we also talk to other people with restaurants too, because it's like, first of all, we left the nightlife. So we're
Yeah.
now breakfast and brunch
I
since
saw that.
April.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had to for me, it was very stressful dealing with staying up to 3 a.m. every night. And then, Carter gets up at 6:45. It's just like you're losing your life. So I was talking to them on how is it over there in the breakfast world? Or like, I ain't used to people coming out early. It's like night and day for us. It's the best thing we could have ever done.
It's a different crowd, right?
And that's
It's a
how Chef
different
Virgil, because
crowd.
you had him on the show too.
Yes.
That's
and
my
who he
guy,
was talking
Toast on
about.
Lennox.
Yeah, they gave us great
Tamara,
advice.
And then Go
Yeah,
Shay.
Tamara, that's
Yes.
great.
I love how it's not so much competition. It's more like helping each other out in this
You
business.
got to do that because you
Yeah.
got to realize, listen, these people can't get in Toast on Linux or Frost Bistro. It's too many.
Yeah.
Right.
On the weekend,
There's
it doesn't
plenty of
matter.
people to
So,
go
Share
around.
love.
yeah,
I would rather you go to my friend's restaurant if you
Exactly.
can't do a
Exactly.
reservation here. And I'm sure y'all go to each other's restaurants
do.
too.
Yeah, we
That's
just
how
had.
we
we
just
didn't
had
go to
toast
Toast, but
yesterday.
we just ordered a bunch of food
Yesterday,
and,
yeah.
ate and stuff. So I feel like for real, like I'm over this whole competition thing. When it comes to businesses, when it comes to females, when it comes to any of that, listen, help people as much as you can. spread love, extend an olive branch. It's not gonna hurt you. That you be a blessing to others, and the blessings come onto you. And that's how we really look at things. Like,
Right.
It's crazy to me how people are just super selfish with stuff, and it's like, that's not right.
Yeah, I think if people would focus on what they have going on more and, growing their businesses instead of trying to like attack other people, that's
right.
always
then maybe your business would be
Facts.
successful.
Right.
And then if you focus on the right
look,
things.
we get attacked all the
Yeah.
Rasheeda has an arch nemesis who attacks us all the time, every so often, talking about Frost Bistro. They doing restaurants now. It's been 4 years.
Right.
Okay, boo.
What are you talking
We're here
about?
to stay.
Right. We here.
Yeah. And honestly, like even, restructuring the business is a great idea. Sometimes that's hard for people because the vision you may have had doesn't always stay the same. So sometimes you start a business, right? And you're like, well, this isn't working this way or this is not what I want to do. How can we restructure that? Sometimes that's hard for people too to let go of the vision that they had and adapt to something else.
Not only that, but sometimes financially it's out of the question. Sometimes it's just to pivot, and then all the things that come along with that, because when he initially was like, okay, we're going to switch to breakfast, I was a little hesitant at first because I was like, oh my God, how are we going to open at 9 a.m. now? And we used to open at 4 p.m. How are all of our customers going to know that we've made this transition? Like, is that going to work for us? What's the money going to look like? Because it costs so much money to have a restaurant.
It does.
And I was a little nervous, and we stay prayed up per usual, but Kirk was like, man, we can make this happen. We can do this. And I said, well, God is good because we were able to actually really pivot like that.
Nice.
When a lot of times, especially after COVID too, a lot of times people lost their businesses and it's
Completely.
gone. Yeah. So
And it is a very expensive business. It's
my
like one of
gosh.
those
Restaurant
things.
business.
Yeah, it's very, very,
Because you have to order
very,
the food and
But
then
breakfast
things go
food is cheap.
bad. And you
Breakfast
gotta,
food is cheaper,
It
right?
is, it's a better
the
margin.
liquor,
Okay.
Yeah.
the insurance, the sales tax, the payroll.
you got to have a great chef because
Great
if your
chef,
chef is not
cooks.
on point,
It's too
Yeah.
much
And
work.
even more than that, like your food could be half-ass, but your customer service top notch. People gonna come to your spot.
I
and
would.
then you
Know
got
what
to
I'm
make
saying?
sure
I would,
and you got to
yeah.
make sure the reviews are good because
yes.
people
That
are
part.
very quick to write a bad review too.
So
Yeah.
quick, it's
Yeah.
not even funny.
Yeah.
And
And
some
when we
people do
enjoy
it
our food,
and
we
ain't
don't-
even been there.
When we enjoy our food, we don't necessarily say anything like in terms we don't write reviews. But if we don't like our food, we
Oh,
get
it's like
Yeah.
Twitter
Oh,
feed.
extra.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's going crazy.
You know what I was saying about the reviews? I was like, I think this is my personal opinion. Google need to do some type of system where each restaurant or each business has a code on the receipt, and you would need to have that
Have
code
gone, yeah.
in order
Isn't
to
that
do a
smart?
review.
I hope
Yeah.
y'all
Because it's
listen
like,
Google.
yeah, you can have somebody who just
Yup.
purely just don't like you
Oh
and
my
just
gosh.
go put stuff down.
Because
and
we have that. There's just
you know-
people
Oh
who
my!
don't
Listen,
like you,
when
you
I
know?
opened my coffee shop in Brooklyn, right, there's another one that's like down the block, and so when we first opened, they were sending people over there, and it would be like all in a row, like bad reviews, and it'd be like, "There's another coffee shop down the block that I
Oh,
like,"
wow.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, "This
Wow.
is very
So
clear." It was
obvious.
like one right after the
Obvious.
other, all on the same day, and I was like,
Obvious.
Come
And
on.
to that point,
Yeah.
you know what's crazy? If y'all did like a little collaboration and did something together, it strengthen numbers.
Right.
Instead
Yeah.
of somebody taking that time to hate on you, why not come together with you?
Because
And y'all do
coffee,
something together.
people love coffee.
All kinds
So
of
there's
different
gonna be
coffee.
all different times. Like there's times when we don't have enough seating, so you might be like, "I'm gonna go over there,"
Exactly.
and you're absolutely right about that.
That's a better thing.
That's crazy. People
Yes.
don't
Much
know.
better.
All right. Now, you've also been having some moments already on the show, just on the preview with Nelly. You got right to it.
Girl, look.
Miss Media Personality. I know that's right.
Did me dirty. She did me dirty.
She didn't play. She got right to it.
Listen, We wanted to know the tea, honey. No, but like I was saying earlier today, I was like, we've known Nelly for so long, and when we asked him to come on, we just kept it like kept
Well, you
it
said
real.
what everybody wanted to say. Like,
Yeah,
what's
because
happening?
I'm gonna say it.
How can you
So,
not
know?
talk about it
Yeah.
if he's gonna be
Thank you.
doing your show?
And it's quite obvious. Like he just hasn't. They
He
haven't
was ready.
Said
He just
anything.
hadn't said it
Right.
yet.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was like
Blushing.
blushing.
That's what
That's
made
so
me.
cute.
I was happy because we said okay, it was 50 years of hip hop, and I was like, okay, so let's just get some people. Let's get JD and let's hit Nelly and some. So we was just really thinking we gonna talk about the hip hop.
Yeah.
And when Rasheeda did that to him, I was like, babe,
Oh, come on.
But
Yeah.
he took it so well, and he was
did.
so happy about it. And
Yeah,
me
it
blushing
was
and me look,
cute.
I was
Yes.
taking a look at him. I was like, wait a minute.
He loved it.
Really,
He loved it.
and it
And
really
everybody's
turned out.
professional. You've been getting asked questions all the time
Yes.
that you have to, and you take it all in stride.
That's right. He's an artist.
Yeah.
He's been
He's
doing it a
yeah,
long
he's-
time. He knows what
He's been
to
in this
do.
business for a while.
Exactly.
He know he happy.
He is happy.
Aw.
He is.
No, what y'all didn't hear was all the after conversation of
Oh,
him
yeah.
just being like asking
about to go,
questions,
yeah.
and we've been together for 100 years, so everybody always
know.
asks us stuff.
Y'all
but-
pros.
And people go through things in relationship all the time, and like we know, it just doesn't always have to play out in front of everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I know it's hard sometimes with people weighing in and being like,
yeah.
but I do feel like with you guys, the ups and downs, y'all are at a point now where people are like, okay, they clearly like, you
You
know,
would think.
oh no, I was like, they clearly in it
No,
for the
you know
long
what?
haul.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
so many people who have really been to us and been like, you know what, we appreciate you guys being real and showing us what a real couple
Transparent.
deals with.
Because some people be trying to act perfect.
They do,
Like they
and
try to
that's
act
so
like their
fake.
relationship is perfect.
It's not.
Everybody want to be relationship goals, but in reality,
Right.
they not even
Shit a
sleeping in the
mess.
same bed.
Right.
It'd be a hot ass mess. No, seriously. And
Don't
it's
even
just
know
like,
each other. It's like, and I tell people, stop getting with somebody and want to get married. You don't even
like
know
ASAP.
them.
Y'all
Take
ain't
your
even live together
time.
a hot 6 months.
Well,
And you want to lock
shout out to my
yourself
girl
down.
Gigi, engaged after 3 days.
Ooh.
Gigi McGuire.
Shut up.
Yes. She is
Oh, wow,
engaged after 3 days.
congratulations.
Okay, well, listen, but in some cases,
She got his
but-
name
but
tatted
she-
on her and stuff.
But she did say she's not going to get married right away. They're going to stay engaged
Yeah.
for a while. But,
Right.
you
oh,
know.
I didn't know that. I thought they was
Hey,
about to hurry up and
listen.
get married.
No,
Okay.
she said
It's
they're
3
not in a
days for
rush.
real?
Yes.
But keep in mind, it's different things happen with people's
People,
relationships.
sometimes I
that's like the
understand.
story, and
I
that's
Right.
mean, I
they could
But
be
and I
together
think when you
forever.
get older and decide to get married is different. Like you guys got together so young.
Right.
And you really kind of grew up together in a way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you get older and you've been through it all, sometimes you might just be like, sometimes it is
Period.
timing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
What's
I
the
agree.
best part of being together this long?
The best part for me of being
You
together
answered
this
it.
long, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Somebody really got your back. You really can. Like Rasheeda's went to my bank account and wired $300,000 and put a deposit down, and she ain't even on my account. Stuff like, oh yeah, the banks
That's the
love
part
her.
you're gonna
Everybody
mention
loves
first?
Rasheeda. So, she's, but the best part is
She holds
really,
you down.
yeah, you got a real friend. You got real. You don't have. You ain't got no second guessing.
Right.
Like you really know. Like you really. It's just
She's
the
not
real
going to
deal.
slander you.
Yeah,
for,
the
and
real deal.
She'll
Because
tell you
we
to
see
your
that
face.
happen. Two people break up and they be like, well, he was little and he ate my butt.
Yeah. My toes and my booty.
What's your favorite part about being married this long?
It's just my favorite part. I would have to say is like I just feel so secure. Like within my marriage, within like we've built so long, and just knowing that you have that real soulmate. Like I can say I know what a soulmate feels like for real.
That's sweet.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, we go through our ups and downs, and you deal with a lot, especially being married 23 years. How can you not go
a
through
long
shit?
time, yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
go through it, But I will say the beautiful part about it, which people may not think is beautiful, but when you go through certain things in a relationship, sometimes it can like break it down or it can make it stronger.
Right.
And a lot of things that we've been through have made us so much more stronger. Like our communication, like I gotta bring this shit up.
Uh-oh.
We had like a badass argument like about a week ago, right? A week or two ago. When I tell you we was going off, all the way off. And about an hour later, we were supposed to go look at a house, and I was like, I'm not riding with your ass. I'm getting in my own car. I don't even want to talk to you. He's sitting in the driveway waiting on me, so I said,
And you know you was getting in the car.
I'm going to go get in this car.
Mama,
Look,
no.
I made him wait an extra 10 minutes. He
I'm-
probably like, what the hell she doing?
My mindset was, if she get in her car, then she gonna drive separate. If she get in this car, she riding together. But I wasn't
I
gonna
see
be
you
the
at home
initiator
later.
to leave her.
Right, see?
So I'ma sit
So
and wait
being
and
that he
see.
didn't leave, I got in the car with him.
Like that.
And you know what? It was so bad, though. Like, the argument was so bad that
Over nothing.
And about an hour later, we had like a whole real like communication conversation of like, why did you say this? Why do you feel like that? And that's real growth for real.
Right.
Because for us it is. Because
Yeah.
it's like a lot of times you argue and then you get on some petty shit for real.
Because I would have definitely got in my own car.
Right.
And just look,
Yeah.
but look, okay, but let me
I
say
don't like
this.
driving, so I probably
I gotta
got
say
in the
this
car.
real
Right.
quick.
I
In
sat in
the
the back.
Okay,
Right. That's what I
Look.
should have did. I should have gotten a
Here's
bag.
the crazy part. The argument was okay, we spent like $12,500 on getting a lighting package, right?
On the
on the
house,
house,
right.
so you can see because it's dark.
Right.
So Rasheeda called the people when she set it up and got the lighting package done. 3 days later, all the lights is pitch black again. So now I had to kill a snake over it. It was like a carpet had by my dogs before, and my dogs are bark, and I'm like, they need to see. So I had hit her and said, can you please hit the lighting people? Because she always forget. So I'm like the reminder. And she was like, and I'm like, all I did was ask you to hit your people to come fix the lights.
You might have been wrong.
Why
there.
you going
wouldn't.
in like
It's
I'll
that?
tell you why.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like,
Because what he left out was prior to us getting this lighting package, the lighting that we had, we kept having problems and calling somebody out to, try to fix them. So every other time we looking up, I'm like, dang, these lights is out again. Dang, I'm so tired of dealing with this. So when we got this new package, I'm like, yes, we good. We've had it at a few properties. We know it's on point. When we pull up and it's pitch black dark, I'm pissed. I'm like, we just spent 12 racks and these damn lights ain't even on. So when he hit me, I was just like, I didn't even get to say I'm so sick of these damn lights before he like, oh, you just want to be lazy. You know what? You get on my goddamn nerves.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow. You jumped the
so he
gun.
snapped on me.
Okay.
See, y'all had
She
sympathy
flipped
for
it.
him,
She tried-
and
she
he
flipped
ain't
it.
being
You don't
a
think-
Hyundai.
she flipped it and tried to act like her expression was toward
No,
it was
no.
toward me asking her to do something
No.
because, like I said, she is the other part of my physical.
Well, first of all,
Y'all need an
that's
assistant.
cap.
That's all
because
this
you
means.
pick up the phone and call them, and when I called them, they're like, "Well, normally Mr. Frost is the one who called." I was like, "Yeah, my point exactly."
Well, I called them and they came and fixed them. But
Okay,
the whole
well,
point
good.
is,
But that was some
Solution.
petty shit, right?
it was so
But
stupid.
it turned into the biggest blowout, and we was hitting below the belt.
Oh man. See,
Our
that's one
below
thing I
wasn't
learned in
bad.
an argument is I try not to say things that I won't mean.
But maybe after 23 years, you might.
Our
I
below
think
the
my
belt
whole
was
life
cheap.
I've been like that though.
Nah,
Even with
our
friends,
below the
I
belt
don't.
ain't even below the belt. It ain't really nothing.
Right.
It was trash. It was like it was funny to me.
Like
I
what's
was-
below the belt, Rasheeda? What is
I don't do anything. Everything you leave on me. And then I'm like, I built Press. I built Frost Bistro. I
here we
built
Okay.
Houston.
But
I
no,
built the house you
That's
live
the
in.
problem right there.
You the
We're
decorator.
not finna sit here and go down a list of what you do, and me go down a list. It's like a tit for tat
Yeah,
comparison.
y'all keeping
thing.
score.
Like,
This is the
bro,
thing.
I'm not
No.
doing that with you.
She does her part. That's why I work good. It's a plus
Yeah,
and a minus.
yeah.
It's day
It's
and
the
night.
yin to the yang,
if you
baby.
going if we gonna alter that, then like I said seriously, if we at the point where we want to chill and just let everything kind of chill, then that means you ready to retire like I am, right? So let's just get ahead and sell off a few things. Let's make sure we pay for this other property, and we can sit at home and chill and not argue. Because if we're gonna continue to go, then we got to go hard
Yeah.
because we can't afford to lose because we got a lot on the line.
gotta stay on
so
top of it.
sometimes. I understand she's stressed. I understand she's tired. So am I. We got, I have older kids, and Rasheeda's definitely
grandkids.
look for them, and my kids got kids. So we're trying to make sure they're good as well, because if not, they come right back to us.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
in the middle of getting them set up right now, like fixing theirs. Let's make sure we complete that, and then the home we in, because my wife wants to live a certain kind of way.
Okay.
I now have a mortgage again. So now I'm like, well, let's hustle and knock it off because I'm ready to chill. So we kind of that's frustration and anger. And
Now, didn't y'all also buy like a development?
we got 10
this-
properties.
Yeah, what's-
10,
We don't have like a multi.
But you can build
But
on
we-
18.5
Yeah. We
acres.
got
It
18 and a
got
half
3
acres.
houses on it now. It could
that's
put
nice.
43.
Sheesh.
I don't even want to do that anymore. I've gated it off now at this point, and I'm just trying to really keep the family cool. And we probably about to get us another one, and I'm gonna chill out. I want a 15-car garage.
Yes.
I want to be able to work
Everybody
on
has
my.
their priorities.
Yes. And my
She wants
closet
a
needs to be
closet
big as
that's
hell.
huge, and I'm
Yes.
like, let's just do it. Like, why we keep talking about it? Like, let's make sure we living like we should live. Now, I'm not talking about going and do something crazy. I'm talking about we build, we do it, we got the space. Let's do something that fit us.
Right.
So you happy, you
Yeah.
got all these clothes and shoes and boxes, and let's just make it how you want.
That makes listen, I love that. I'm in the middle of renovating my house right now, a house that I bought, and it's been a nightmare though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
See,
crazy.
Brooklyn's a little different because we have brownstone, so you have neighbors, and the houses are connected. It's not like I'm building in the middle of open
Yeah.
lands.
Exactly, and you could just put a hole through the
Yeah,
wall.
so
and,
every little thing, and my neighbor be going hard all the time, calling the cops,
We
calling.
got that problem.
Yeah.
yeah.
We have HOAs, and we also, they complain. My dog bark. Your 2 dogs are barking, and It's so much petty stuff.
Yeah.
Like I just told, we got to get out of this HOA. It's $1,500 every 3 months. They complain if you want to fix a window. I can't live by these rules no more. I'm so over it.
On something that you own.
I'm
Like,
so
I don't
over
own
it.
it. Why I gotta ask for
Like, I can't do it.
Yeah,
Let me
I'm
ask you
over it.
this: have you ever, in your head, wanted to just get off of love and hip hop, or is that something that you feel like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, not to say it like that, but like everything comes to an end.
Yeah.
I mean, the clock is ticking.
Because sometimes when you're
Yeah.
going through things that are really stressful and then people are watching and weighing in, it might be like, I don't even want to do this no more.
Oh,
like
you definitely have that feeling.
Why do you guys keep coming back?
Well, first of all, let me say this. First of all,
I'm a
we're in a
businessman.
contract. That's
Right.
number
We
one.
are in a
Contractually.
contract.
That will make you come back.
So, we're definitely in our last season, heading here, and sometimes things are promised to you. They are not always the way they seem to be because, we look for growth, and then sometimes the audience ain't ready for growth and they got to stick to a certain script, and
Right.
that makes it a little harder. But do I love and hip hop? Yes, I do. Do I love, we just did a segment with Mona because I had to give Mona credit because, come on, Mona has created a lot of millionaires. Whether somebody said it or not,
Right.
I know LaShawn is like in charge now with the, Antoinette Media, and she's picking the torch up and they're still running it together, and she has given us a great opportunity, but I won't act like it ain't changed my life, you know.
It's a great platform to
Yeah,
promote
it's-
what you have
it
too.
has.
The thing about it for me is like, okay, if you understand it and make the right moves, you got to deal with the positive and the negative of anything. Where there's day, there's night. Where there's happy, there's
Yeah.
sad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to understand, like when it comes to a show as successful as Love and Hip Hop, you're gonna have to deal with the bullshit that comes along with it.
Yeah.
Right.
At the end of the day, for me, I totally agree. I say, it has been an amazing platform for us. But once we got in, I would say season 2 is when we kind of realized, oh, this
Shit's
some other shit.
real.
Okay.
I want to be the
It's
OGs.
real.
Like I want us to be the ones who they can come to. I don't want to be the one who has to always like be in the fire. Like
Yeah.
Right.
my ass been lit so bad. Like
You've had enough.
and
I'm
to be honest with you,
tired.
I tell people, listen, I was building Rasheeda as an artist so long to toughen her up and not have thick skin and this and that. I never prepared myself because keep in mind, 10 years of our marriage, they didn't even know she was married.
Right.
And Mona exposed that, So I was a secret for 10 years. People don't think about it. I don't know how many men would even be a secret to be married for 10 years. And I don't know
Okay.
how many women would even allow, like, that's
Okay.
crazy. But that's what I was, right? So I dealt with that and people got, they might say stuff a lot of times, but I feel like at this point, I'm ready to just be the OG. I don't
But
want to
that's
box.
why Boss Moves is good,
It's
right?
amazing.
Like having that show
Yes, it's
and being able
amazing.
to show how you can help other entrepreneurs and highlight other people who are doing positive things.
Yes.
Some people will act like no one wants to see that, blah, 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 but I think we do.
We do.
You
Yeah,
know,
we
and we
do.
don't give people enough credit for wanting.
Absolutely. And I feel like too, like, people have to be open to change, but at the same time, like, I feel like Boss Moves gives you a little bit of tea. It gives you a little bit of this. It gives you a little bit of that.
Yeah.
It gives aspiring entrepreneurs, because I bring girls on and I like really give them the info. I'm
Right.
like, okay, no, you need to do this. We're going to put you with that. This is going to be this.
It's helpful. Yeah.
So I feel like, above any and all things, how many ever seasons we have, I just feel like it's such a blessing, because if I'm able to help other people, then, that right there alone is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
And it's focusing on you.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
You don't have an
It's fun.
ensemble cast.
Exactly.
And,
And that part. So
That
you
feels
know, that's
amazing.
Yeah, and
Because,
to be able to
you know,
show you. You
so
know what I
good.
want to ask you too at press? I remember you were expanding, and then the store in Houston closed. You
Yes.
said, right? Now I think it's important to talk about that, like what
Yes, it
happened,
is.
because everything doesn't always, like I said, work as we envisioned it. And I know it's so hard sometimes to be like, man, we got to step back from this one. So what happened with that?
Honestly, it's just the employees. I didn't have anyone who really could run the business. My mom was there for, about a year and a half, probably. And I mean, she's older. My mom's in her 70s
And let's
now,
just,
so-
and Rasheeda's gonna be sugarcoated. Listen, we got Shanetta and Kenny in there. They've done business with us before. They still in Houston, and we were gonna let them actually take the press name and do what they do. What's the store now called?
they have a men's store called Hyde, and
Hyde, and they still there. So we have a
what's the women's store
relationship
called?
with them, and they're still in the mall. But you don't have to watch, your money because they're interested just like you. There's certain things that's going to happen. But we had people who would literally come in, clock in, lock the door, and leave, and we got fined. So we would get fined because press.
I'm trying to sugarcoat it. I hadn't even got to the meat
Well,
bones
my
of
whole
what these
point
girls-
is, and then they was coming in.
That's wild.
Yeah, so then the girlfriends was
ready to
just,
fight.
giving their friends the clothes at like $10. So Shanetta, once we got back cool, I'm like, let's just put Shanetta. They really didn't like her because she's like on her business. But I was like, Rasheeda, put Shanetta back on their ass because either you're going to win or you're going to lose. She went, she watched the store. She caught the girl walking out with a bag full of clothes. And she was like, the manager did the price already. So she was like, okay, so let's go look through the receipt.
Yeah.
Right.
She went and looked, and she had marked everything down to $10.
Oh,
so bags and bags of
How
clothes.
do you think you're not going to get caught doing something like that? There's
But
like
the
a
thing
whole
is,
trail of...
how long have y'all been
doing
doing
it.
it before you got
So the
caught?
numbers kept just diving and diving and diving. I was like, and we just rolled our lease out for like the last 6 months, to be honest, because it is a Simon Prop
Yeah.
Mall.
And spent way
you
more
want to
money.
make sure
because
you
I
keep
took-
that relationship. And,
And I was like, listen, you don't need it. We have pressatl.com online. We do amazing. Why are you trying to keep a brick and mortar somewhere we don't have the manpower? Let's just be smart and put our energy into what's working for us.
Yeah.
And
I
the
think
things that
we
we
have
can
more life.
get to, that we can physically be there.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say on top of that was like, that's why I like doing boss moves. And that's why I don't try to sugarcoat.
No. We don't mind showing them. But I'm just saying, but
I try to keep
people
it
were
real
stealing,
because
basically.
people always see
those
the
are real
glorious
things.
part
of
of
There's
things.
so many things that aren't going to work out as an
So
entrepreneur.
many.
'cause-
And you got to know when to.
Yeah.
Pull
You
the
gotta
plug.
know when to let it go,
If
even
things
when you
don't-
love it.
If
Yeah.
things always work, you're not trying hard enough.
Exactly.
Because you always got to take those risks, and risks don't always pay off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm really, honestly speaking, child, at first I was like, dang. After we closed, boy, I felt so damn good.
That burden
She ain't
is
got to
off.
do no payroll.
Oh my
you ain't got them
Yes,
sales
you spending
tax.
so much
You
money.
ain't got
Yeah.
I deal
Texas
with so
work
much
for-
of
oh my
the
God.
admin side of all of that stuff. People be thinking, oh, a boutique. Oh, this is so cute. No, boo. It's
It's a lot
of work.
to do.
Yeah.
And when you have 2 physical stores, an online store, staffing, and all of that, it's like, yo,
That's like a lot.
It's a lot.
But listen,
So-
they're telling me you guys have to get going. But who else is on Boss Moves this season?
Who on Boston? Okay, so we did Nelly, we did Jermaine,
Mm-hmm.
Toya,
Candy, Toya.
Candy, Shamia,
Yeah.
my girl Ebony,
Girlfriend episode
Cynthia
coming is
Bailey,
crazy.
the girlfriend's episode. We did Mona Scott Young.
Yes, Mona is on there.
We did Tamara and Virgil. We did Goshay. We did
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Uh,
Egypt
I
and
love
Sherrod.
it.
Yeah.
Those
We
are
did
some
8
great
this
ones.
season.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
we did
So the
8
good
this
stuff
season.
coming up is Mona is coming up. We get to flip the tables and ask the stuff that people be wanting to see.
I gotta watch that episode.
And then the girlfriend episode is all the girls, Rasheeda and her pack, and they get to take you into like a little secret place with the girls. So those are going to be 2 amazing episodes.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been great.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I'm happy for you, and I'm so glad you came up here. You've been on the schedule for a minute,
I
so I'm
know.
glad. I know we got a lot of things in common, like I said. So it's just nice to have
And
you.
when you come to Atlanta, you gotta.
Oh, listen, we're going to Frost Bistro.
Yeah,
Please
I'm gonna
do.
get y'all.
I like
in.
to
We got
eat.
y'all.
You know
Trust
we
us,
like
we
to
got
eat.
y'all.
And
We
listen,
got you.
Shout out to Virgil and Tamara too, because they know
Yes.
I always be
Toast.
like, when I'm leaving on Sundays, I will always like book my flight later so I could
Can
make
go.
a
Go
quick
in there.
Yes.
Heck
stop off. But
yeah.
I'm gonna make sure
We
I do
stay
both
up in
next
there,
time
too.
I'm there.
So yes, and you know, shameless plug, Boss Moves, new episodes every Tuesday exclusively on Philo. So make sure y'all subscribe. You get a 7-day free trial, so check it out. But I'm gonna tell y'all, like they got like 70 plus live channels. So when you turn on MTV, you can watch Love and Hip Hop and everything in real time.
No, Philo's a great.
It's bomb.
Yeah, it's really great because a
$25.
lot of people are getting rid of their cable. It's way
Oh, yeah.
cheaper to just get Philo and have access to
Girl,
all of those channels.
One of my cable bills is $500. That don't make no damn sense.
$5.50.
Hello, Philo. You
Thank
better
you.
just.
Period. I got Philo too, and,
And the rest,
still
look,
paying
and
it.
the rest of the crazy show on Love and Hip Hop.
Yes.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right.
Yes.
And one of the, and that was good because that's one of your boss move tips also. Just make sure you promote
Yeah.
all
That's
the
right,
time.
all the time.
All right. So with
Period.
that being said, I cannot wait to get my coffee in Frost Bistro since y'all
we got
doing
you.
breakfast.
We gotta get some waffles and some. We got the oxtails and grits, girl.
Okay.
Maybe a juice.
We're going to get that coffee uplifts people in there, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
All right. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Thank you so much, Kirk and Rasheeda. You guys are always welcome here. You know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Way up.